Welcome to the Nita Mukesh Ambani Cultural Center, where we have an exhibition titled Pop, Fame, Love and Power. It's the first of its kind. It's also one of the first American pop art survey in Asia. This exhibition will showcase 35 major artworks by these artists, including 50 smaller pieces. This exhibition is divided between three themes: the theme of fame, love, and power. Fame was a very important theme for the pop movement and many of the artists that are included in this section of the exhibition. Behind me, you have a very iconic painting titled 45 Gold Marilyn from the late 70s, where you can see a silkscreen of 45 gold Marilyns on a black background. And you can also see just on the other side of the room, incredible celebrity portraits by Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol had his camera everywhere, doing incredible gelatin silver prints as well as Polaroids. Behind me, you have a work by James Rosenquist from 1975 titled Screen Test, as well as another work by Ed Roche from 2002 titled Level as a Level. Those two works are very powerful representations of how these artists saw pop at the time. Many of the artists from the 60s and 70s really worked with the theme of love and interpreted it in their own way. Another side of the exhibition over here, where you can see two incredible works by Tom Wesselmann, a work titled Gina's Hands from the late 70s, and another work from the Bedroom Painting series from the early 70s, which is a kind of 3D painting, as you can see. Next to these works, we've actually been very lucky to loan this incredible portrait of a woman by Roy Lichtenstein. Roy Lichtenstein was an artist that was very much inspired by Pablo Picasso, one of today's most renowned, famous artists. And we really wanted to create this sort of dynamic in this corner of the floor to show the love these artists had for their muses and how the female body and women were very much part of their inspiration. You will very much see here four very iconic pieces by Keith Haring. This one, which reflects dancing figures, as well as the small work on paper, where you see really a heart that is depicted as a sun with two people kneeling. Behind me is one of Andy Warhol's most iconic paintings. Here you have imagery he has taken from before and after the death of her husband, JFK. The Warhol flowers are also very much from the same inspiration. Andy Warhol did these flower paintings also after the death of JFK as a sign of mourning. Behind me is a monumental sculpture by one of the most powerful duos of the pop art movement, but also one of the most powerful duos of sculpture. This work, Drop Bouquet, which was produced for this exhibition as the third edition, is also a reflection of death and mourning after the passing of Claes Oldenburg's wife. Behind me is a work titled Periwinkelschaft. This is one of Rauschenberg's largest works that we know that he produced for a children's hospital. Hence why you have all these very fun little objects like the fish here, or the silkscreen of the little duck, or the paintbrush. His idea was to really have something nice to entertain the kids at the hospital. Fishing Village by Roy Lichtenstein. This is one of his later pieces. You know, the power of this work is really about the brushstroke and how he was very criticized in the early 60s for doing the works he did. So by responding to the criticisms he got from many artists, such as Jackson Pollock being one, he recreated the brushstroke in his own way, as we see here. this brushstroke was inspired by a comic book from the 60s.